Hey everyone, Christy with Crafted by Christy here. I want to do a walkthrough of my newest addition to Etsy. I am calling it my Little Brown Beauty. This one's been fun to make. There's so many different things in it that I haven't done before. It is fabric cover with a cardboard backing. The enclosure does slide off and on, but I'm going to untie it just to show you how I put it together. It's two different colors of seam binding, crinkled seam binding, and they are just tied at the ends loosely so that if you want to undo it, add different colors to it, more seam binding, or change the beads. I did put beads on the end of each one. And again, it's just loose knots that you can certainly undo and make it different. The book plate has a jump ring on it, and this charm can be removed. I did make it long enough that when you're writing, it will lay out of your way. But if you want to change it or add more pieces to this jump ring, you can. This one is just on here with a little lobster claw that can be taken off. And so for our first page, the front cover, I have stenciled an autumn colored tree. I thought it was so pretty, and I added some orange and red and yellow colors in it. And I noticed that when I was doing this, I'll show you here in a minute, it's a lot of rich fall color themed pieces with a lot of roses. And I thought, well, that wasn't very smart because, roses don't grow in the fall. And that's incorrect. I actually looked it up and they do. And I bet everybody's thinking, well, yeah, everybody in the world knows that, Christy, but I didn't. I was surprised to find that roses, that's when they really start blooming, is in the fall. I guess that's their happy time. So for the first page, I have some fabric ruffle, and I have clipped a postcard with a gorgeous fall tree on it. And this postcard is very hefty. I didn't include a book page with this one. A book plate with this one. So if you needed one, to write on, you could certainly use this for that purpose. There are more than 10 clasps of some kind, whether it be a paper clip or a ball pin with charms, different kinds of paper clips, safety pins with charms, curly cues in this book. So there's lots of little hangy downs. I know that's got to be a word. First, this is a digital. We got 2 pockets on this, 3 pockets on this page. The tag, writing space, and a baby little pocket with some ephemera in it. This tag, it has a crochet top with tissue paper collaged on the back. The fabric cluster can be removed. It's a little heart brad, so you can remove that if you want to change it or add something different to the top. I have some sewing on this page, and it's a digital. I have a little notebook with lots of goodie papers in it, tea-dyed and miscellaneous papers. A tag, this page has 2 pockets, just a fun piece here. This is magazine on cardstock for writing. And I won't show you everything that's in the pockets because there is so much. There are so many different pieces, and I want to leave some surprise for the new owner of this baby. I've got some tags. This is coffee dyed paper. This part of the paper bag has 5 pockets with tons of ephemera, writing spaces, tags, and this tag, and it also has some paper ruffles sewn on it and some stamping. The back of it has a heart paperclip with a charm, and this piece can be a writing space, or I didn't ink it up as I didn't know if you maybe want to cut this out as some ephemera, or cut it around the frame and put it somewhere in your book. There's tons of things to do with this one. It's a very pretty piece. And then the next page, I have another clip with some little bead charms at the top. I don't know if you can see them very well, but there's 3 little beads. I've got silver, bronze, and rose gold with writing space, tea-dyed paper with a doily, some washi tape, sewing, tea-dyed paper. Got 2 pockets on this page with some vellum ephemera and some goodies, more writing space. This is a splatter painted page, and this safety pin has charms on it, and it can be removed with just a fabric tab. Got some handcrafted paper, more writing space. This is sorry, that was Fred. It's kind of like a little postcard. The back tells about the picture on the front. More paper ruffle that's been sewn on. Tea-dyed, more sewing. I thought that was fun. Just squiggly line. A doily, a bulb pin with another charm. We have a pocket on this page with some writing space. This is vellum. Pocket, another charm, more writing space. This is just a fun over-the-top, hangs over-the-top notepad with lots of good, interesting and fun scrap pieces to write on. Splatter paint, looks like tea-dyed paper, miscellaneous scrap papers. Has an embellishment on the top. Tea-dyed with this is a coffee filter, used coffee filter, collaged to song paper, music paper. And I made, this one's a pocket, little bit of ephemera in it. More writing space with some stamping or inking. A butterfly pocket with more of the coffee filter collage tag. This is another paper bag. It's the center in it, and both pockets are filled with some ephemera goodies. I did, again, leave long strings so that if you want to put more beads or charms on it, you can, or if not, just snip it off. It's knotted, so everything is already seamed in. More writing space. This is tea-dyed paper. This little envelope here opens up for lots of writing space. And I didn't glue the top, so it could be a complete piece of writing. Has a clip with another charm. More sewing, little squigglies and some washi tape. This is Mo Bunny scrapbook paper. Tag, little curly Q, more vellum, more scrapbook paper with fun sewing. Tea-dyed paper. And this is a fabric envelope I made out of fabric that is attached to book page, and it's filled with some goodies. Has a little fabric cluster on the front. And in this book, I don't think I mentioned, there are 64 pages. That's the front and the back. It's about 6.5 tall, 6.5 inches tall by 5.5 wide, I believe. I'll have it all in my Etsy shop, but just to let you know what size. We have more splatter painted paper with the coffee filter tag. Another clip with the charm. This is cheesecloth as the tag topper on that one. This is a pocket here. Little stamp, and there you can write on the back. More writing space, a tag with lace trim, more sewing, tea-dyed, and washi tape. Fabric ruffle. I didn't attach this beautiful, isn't it beautiful? It's a moth. Didn't know you could glue it anywhere in your book or miscellaneous things with a curly Q. Good pieces in there. This is another one that you could use it as a writing space or cut out the pictures to make different ephemeras for your book. Looks like more writing space. This is coffee dyed paper. There's actually only one pocket technically on this page. This flower, I'm sure you could put something behind it and it would stay. Let me find something small enough to put behind there. Behind the leaves. That's not a good example. Here, let's try this. You could actually use it as a pocket, but it's not really. I mean, you can use it however you want. It'd be your book. And I thought this tag was fun. Here's some more of the roses, but I stenciled a cardinal on the back. I love cardinals. I always heard that they were supposed to be someone that you have in heaven coming to visit you. I'm sure that's probably not true, but I like the thought of it. And then this is a cool little piece. I'll let that one be a surprise. Let's see. I thought there were more. Oh, here's the roses. I knew I had lots of roses in here. And then a little tab with some eyelash trim and a rose. More sewing, pocket, washi tape. This tag actually has a yarn topper. I thought that was fun. It's kind of a velvety, soft yarn and a postcard behind it. And this is the end of our book and our wispy flowers. Isn't she beautiful? I love this little book. It was so much fun, and there's so many different things that I hadn't got to do before. Lots of embellishments, charms. Look at the top. There's so many things coming out. If you like full interactive, this journal is it. And it is a gator mouth. Not gonna lie. It's a gator mouth. But I mean, that's due to like the notebooks I have in here and this envelope. So if you move your things around or, I mean, add them to a different journal, a journal you're making. There's enough stuff in this journal alone to probably create a whole nother journal. Plus fill this one. So I hope you loved it as much as me. And if you're interested, check it out on Crafted by Christy shop on Etsy. And hopefully that should be up before this video is posted. And I thank you so much for joining me. Thank you for walking through it with me. If there's anything you would like to see or questions you have, please feel free to contact me. And thanks again. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.